Since the early Quest 2 days, Kiwi Design have always stuck to making the best elite straps as there's stiff competition in the Halo strap market. So in order for them to compete with the likes of VR, they'd have to innovate and create something entirely new, which is what they've finally done with the H4 Boost. They've basically learned from all the best Halo straps over the years and implemented the best features into one fully adjustable strap. They've also just released a boost version of their recent K4 Elite strap, which I'll touch on later. But first, let's start with the H4. In the box, you'll find the manual and the strap itself, which comes fully assembled. The first thing you'll notice about the H4 is the detached forehead pad, which isn't stuck to the Halo part, but instead can bend, flex and rotate up and down to better wrap around your head. One of the biggest disadvantages with Halo straps is that they completely cover your forehead, which traps sweat, unlike an Elite strap which keeps your head exposed. So to remedy this, they've made a big open gap in the forehead pad, and because the outer shell doesn't make contact with your head, there's far more ventilation. So you get the advantage of having the stability of a Halo strap, but now with much more ventilation like an Elite strap. The rear pad also has a similar mechanism, allowing it to bend and flex. Another new feature is the knob on the top of the Halo, which allows you to raise and lower the height to get it exactly at the right level over your eyes. This also means you can raise the Halo if you prefer to place it higher on your forehead. If you're using a larger facial interface like the SteamVR, which is still my #1 interface, then you'll have no problem here as there's plenty of space if you raise the Halo up. As you can see, it's a perfect fit and allows the forehead pad to move unobstructed. Lastly, they've also added a dampen slider for the side panels, which allows you to move the headset and lenses closer to your face to get the maximum FOV, which in my opinion is one of the most important features. Most Halo straps are fixed in position once attached to the side panels, so this is a great feature that ensures you no longer lose any FOV and can get the most immersive experience. As for the battery, you'll find a fast-charging 5300 mAh battery, which also has a new dual boost feature, meaning it can charge the Quest 3 while it's being charged itself. The charging input of the Quest 3 is capped at around 15 watts, whereas the head strap battery input is up to 20 watts. So if you charge the H4 while it's plugged into the Quest 3 using their new 45-watt charger, you can get a total input of about 35 watts. This means you can now charge both devices simultaneously instead of one or the other. It usually takes about 2.5 hours to fully charge the Quest 3 alone, but now you can charge both the Quest 3 and the H4 battery in the same amount of time. So the final question is, how much playtime does this battery add? In my test, I plugged the battery into the Quest 3 once I'm down to around 15%. From there, I can charge the Quest 3 up to around 35 to 40% in about 1.5 hours, and with the Quest 3 back at 40%, I'm left with roughly another 1.5 hours of playtime. So in total, the battery adds about 3 hours of playtime, which is also what Kiwi Design states. However, if you're also using Quest Games Optimizer to play at a higher resolution or refresh rate, then of course you'll get less time depending on your settings. As for the new K4 Elite strap, it's the same as the unpowered K4 but with the same boost battery as the H4, so you can expect the same capacity and playtime. In short, the biggest change is the more slimline design, which is a big improvement over the old bulky design. Secondly, the adjustment knob at the back allows for much finer adjustment, so you can get exactly the right amount of pressure. It's also integrated into the strap, which makes it easier to lay down with. Lastly, it's also silent when adjusting. The only disadvantage with these is that the battery is still attached to the head strap, which means you can't charge it until you stop playing. However, with the dual boost feature, you're now able to charge both the Quest 3 and H4 battery simultaneously, which means less downtime. After years of testing head straps, I usually only find 1 or 2 features to distinguish them. So Kiwi Design's H4 is one of the more innovative and unique designs I've come across, as it combines so many new features into one fully adjustable and complete halo strap. The price is currently $60.80 including my discount code, which is pretty reasonable considering this is one of the best halo straps along with the boost battery. As for their dual boost 45-watt charger, it's currently $28.50 including discount. You can still use your standard Quest3 charger, however you'll only get 15 watts total output as opposed to 35 to 40 watts. So that's all for this video. If you found it helpful, leave a like and let me know if you have any questions or comments. I still have plenty of Quest3 accessories to review this month, so be sure to subscribe for those. And I'll see you in the next one.